to you right now, there is no peace in my community. We lack cooperation and unity. Hurting each other and fighting each other is vanity. I also call that sanity. I speak this in a bloody tear. In a low tone, my heart is full of fear. Actually, it's not a thing, my people are dying here. The government are killing us without care. Yesterday, a friend was last seen. Every day, people release their last breath. Peaceful living should be a normal thing. But then souls get killed by doing the right thing. Not a word was heard from Mr. President. Maybe the victims might leave if not for the silent. My system, so cruel on the innocent. Theft wasn't a reward if living in Nigeria was an offense. You know what? Today isn't safe, tomorrow isn't sure. We gave them power, but they return torture. We seriously need to Lord even the future. Blood flows like water pollution. Shame to my world, my leaders are traitors. After eating our wealth and then make us debtors, they shorten our life. We regret this nation. To me, it's a poison to my emotions. Tribalism and religion is our part, it's shameful. Hurting one another is harmful. Not going on our knees is painful. You're safe out there, be grateful. I live in a world where people mourn for justice but never get. Our ancestors left histories, we end up giving them stories. They lay principles, perspective, legacies and views, but we end up living our own dark war. A war where widows are seen as beggars. A war where the underage are being defiled. Then my court of law covers with lies by not jotting the rapist name to file. A war where my own system said my youth are incompetent. A war where our young girls are molested, used and abused in the name of rape. A war where we are run after by unknown gunmen, and at the last we get killed by them. A war where our own system said that my youth are incompetent, they can't compete for anything. A system where my government said my children are the leaders of tomorrow. But look at them, they can't clothe them, no education, no health facilities, they are there hawking on the street. I don't want you to be carnally minded. We need to gather together and beg Satan to plead for his forgiveness of sins. The devil isn't to be blamed. Oh no, the gods are not to be blamed either. We need to pull off these social differences and discrimination. Then at last we can embrace love. And at last we can burn hate. And at last we can give violence a befitting burial. And at last we can swim in peace. And I'm calling on to God because He's my first restitution. My country is known for peace and unity, but now is thinking of diversion, bloodshed and dissolution, instead of peace and resolution. With a bold and clear voice, I call for peace to my nation.